Hi friends. It's raining really heavily outside, so if you hear that in the background, then it's like an ASMR thing. I promise. It's intentional. I am regularly visited by a spectre that I am going to call the decision paralysis demon. Um, and it's happening more and more because I am doing more things now. Um, One of the more interesting side effects of living your best life is you start living your life, which is awesome, but also I'm not used to it. I have, for a lot of my life, kind of just got by. I've, I've had a nice job, or I've had a job. I've had a job that is enough to keep me going, or I've been in university, and where I've had hobbies on the side, they've never been overwhelming. And they've certainly never been something that I've been in control of. Like, a large amount of my life, I've sort of avoided having any agency. And I know that that's not everyone's experience. A lot of people cope with being in the closet by throwing themselves hard into trying to control some other aspect of their life. But I know that personally, I kind of just found it easier to let life happen to me. And that got me where I was, you know. Um, but now, I really want to stress, she was trying her hardest, but it was hard to take control of something when you're missing the fundamental truth. Because, like, getting a heading, it's like having a compass but not knowing what north is. You can get a direction, but it's kind of useless. But I followed what I could to get me where I was. And I found myself in a place that, I have a good amount of skills, I have a good amount of knowledge, and I have some friends, which are fantastic. But I'm feeling motivated to actually do stuff with it now, which is like a fantastic missing piece. I have dreams and ambitions. If there's anything I can say, it's that I can picture my future now in a way that I couldn't picture it before. I've spent most of my life not being able to imagine my future. I certainly never pictured myself as an old man. Like, I'd think about my I think about my dad, to be honest, and even my grandparents, and I never saw it. I could never imagine it. Can I picture myself as an old lady? Yeah. Kind of badass too. Like, there is a future for me now. But I get struck by the decision paralysis demon, because now there's so much I want to do, it can actually be a bit overwhelming to pick the thing to do. Which is why I have started adopting the idea that anything that I want to do is kind of worth doing badly. And that really started with these videos. Honestly, probably the first decision I made to do stuff. I'm going to take it as a sign of incredible comedic timing that my phone decided to stop recording just as I was saying the first opportunity to make things intentionally bad. Like, there are a lot of days that I wouldn't have made these videos if I wasn't committed to doing something bad rather than doing nothing at all. I think I've always found it really difficult to choose to do something bad. And not bad. Choose to do something and be willing to accept that it's not perfect. So that's a new lesson I've learned. And I've spoken about it a few times before. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's how much more expansive that idea was, because I thought it was about projects, but it's kind of about everything. It's about making these choices. It's about when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I have so many things I could do, doing something, you know? Not taking that as a chance to be like, I've got so much to do, I'll do nothing. Now I'm like, okay, I'll do one of them and I'll make some progress and that'll feel great. And look, on some level, I also probably need medication. Let's be perfectly honest here. Getting myself some form of diagnosis is on the table. But there are things within my control. Within the spectrum that I do have control over that's outside of my brain chemistry, just doing things is awesome. And I hope that I make old lady me happy. I hope that I make some fun stories for her. You know, she's awesome. And so are you. I think that's all I have to say today. I'm going to probably do some reading and listen to the rain, because it's beautiful. Right. I was pointed out I forgot to blow an air kiss at the end of my brunette Princess Diana video, so I love you very much. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.